Okay.
And we'll tell them, well, you can access, all of our contract templates inside our software, so you can pay for that.
Okay.
And that's what happens. Right
And
now we're getting 5.
So via Instagram, you just
Yeah.
send those people not a calendar link, and you don't send them to the site. You send them to
our software website.
So which is a different website.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just check out on that page.
They start a free. We had a freemium. Now we're using free trial.
Okay. And what's the membership price?
Right now is $1,000 per year.
And so it goes straight to $1,000 per year is what you were billing?
Yes, we also have a monthly
So
version.
they were like, I can't afford $250. And you were like, yeah, so pay $1,000 a year.
Before we
No,
have
it's savage. It's
$500 per year.
Yeah.
So it was easier.
Yeah.
The problem is that the value proposition at first was, well, pay us and we give you the contracts, but learning that people were churning because once they have the contract, they'll download it and just go away.
We have a couple of decisions that we have to make. Is there any reason that you just don't sell services and make money?
Well, the reality is we started selling services back in 2019.
Yeah.
So in 2021, we got a lot of demand.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't keep up. I started selling courses so they could, learn about how to do them themselves. And then after that, and also contract templates. And then the education side just, we started making the same amount of money on education as on services.
This is going to be an important one for you.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, you know what? I'm going to show you it on my logo. 2 most important concepts in business: supply and demand, and leverage. So if supply is low and demand is high, what happens to price?
It goes up.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, we started doing that, yes.
But then you created this other thing that was much cheaper, rather than just saying, I don't have enough supply, pay me more.
You're right.
All right.
We wanted to help more people instead of just...
Yeah. But the thing is that on a long enough time horizon, you'll have no one if we don't make this business profitable.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
So, okay. Tell me why we can't shut down the education and software so that we can just do services. And then we can fix the service business to make make money.
Yeah. So the educational side, we already have over 800 people.
They all bought like lifetime everything.
Yeah.
Lifetime everything.
Lifetime everything. The thing with the education is that it's part of, we are giving back to the community and nobody else is doing this.
Okay.
So every time, thanks to the education efforts, we are traveling the world and teaching other people in Guatemala, in the Dominican Republic, in Spain, how the music business works. Yeah. Because in those places, our content is the university's content. So it's an impact project, right? Okay. So that is why the education, it would be very difficult for us to shut down. And the education without the software is not losing money. It's the software that actually is losing money. Okay,
so when we did this breakdown, you said the education loses money. So how much money does the education make if you don't have the software?
In reality, the education would be a break even.
Okay.
That whole money that we're losing?
Just zero.
Yeah.
But you said this is 110,000 of losses. So that means the software costs you 150,000 a year and makes you 40.
Yes.
Okay.